Okay, I know every week feels like a new social app is launching, but this one actually has people obsessed, and I'll explain why. Plus, Meta just dropped a ton of updates that could change how you manage your Instagram, and we're going to talk about the latest trend that's all about doing nothing, literally. This is the weekly scroll where I catch you up on what's trending across Instagram, TikTok, and beyond so you can stay smart, relevant, and strategic in your content. This episode is brought to you by Club Influence, where we send you weekly trends, viral Reels prompts, and trendy Canva templates every Monday. Your invitation to the club is waiting inside the show notes. Join more than 200 other business owners that are saving an average of 2 to 3 hours a week, guys, on their marketing. No more doom scrolling. We actually do that for you. Join us inside Club Influence today. I also have to plug in here. Today is episode 100. Let's go. Call Her Creator has done 100 podcast episodes, and I am so grateful that you are here listening to me, and I'm so thankful for you. I will be doing a special 101 episode next week. I could not skip today's weekly scroll because there's too much going on. But next week, I'll do a special episode. And speaking of episodes, I just want to quickly plug in the episode I uploaded earlier this week. It is so good, and it's all about Signature Series, which is like so hot right now on Instagram and TikTok. So please, after you listen to this, go back and listen to the Signature Series, the framework that can literally help you go viral by being consistent. I spell out my entire step-by-step system inside that episode. So after you finish this one, go check it out. All right, let's get started with your weekly scroll. So let's start with this week's big surprise, and it is called Locket. So you might remember this app popping up a few years ago. It's one that lets you share real-time photos straight to your friends' home screens through a widget. When you send a picture, it just shows up, literally, like a little digital Polaroid right on your friend's phone. I think this is wild. I've actually never heard of this app before, but as I was digging down into this, I learned that it had been out a few years ago and then it just went silent, but it's back, baby. They just hit 91 million installs and they rolled out a new feature called Roll Call. So basically, like once a week, it prompts users to share their photo dump, your best moments of the week. And then after you post, you unlock your friends' dumps too, which I don't know. I just know my friends, and like if they knew a photo was going to pop up on my home screen, they're going to send me the craziest, worst photos ever, probably of me looking ridiculous or like something from college that should be buried deep down, or something inappropriate. Like I don't trust my friends with this app. I don't know if you trust yours, but apparently it's really going wild. It's private, it's cozy, and it's totally opposite of traditional social media. So Gen Z, Gen Alpha, they're obsessed with this app. It's called Locket. Parents, if you've got a child, look and make sure. I mean, don't make sure, but you can see if they got Locket. I just maybe make sure that the photos they're getting are appropriate. Because again, I could just see this being really wild, but I can also see it being very cool too, and like keeping that connection with you and your friends. Maybe you just put some rules into place. So, what does this tell us though about Locket and Gen Z and Gen Alpha? This is another major signal that we're moving back towards intimacy-based social media. People are craving those smaller circles, closer connections, and content that feels real and not polished and perfect, like I always tell you guys. So, if you're a brand or a creator or business owner, here's my takeaway. Don't underestimate the power of micro connections. You don't need a massive audience to make an impact on people. You really just need that real community, that real connection. So think about ways that you can build your own version of the Locket effect. Maybe it's a private close friend story, or a behind the scenes broadcast channel, or a reoccurring piece of content that makes your audience feel like insiders. Hint, hint, go back to the episode about the Signature Series. Literally is one episode away. But we're entering the era of private social. But we're entering the era of private social. And if you can create that same feeling inside your content strategy, you'll win. Okay, next update is that Meta has been rolling out updates faster than most of us can keep up with. Duh. Here's what's new and worth caring about this week. So, first, Facebook is testing a new earning potential. This is for pages. So basically, it tells creators how to boost their earnings and their engagement. Think of it as like a built in coach that says, hey, here's what's working. Hey, here's how you can make more money. And then they've added upvotes and downvotes on some comments, very Reddit style, which I love Reddit. This could completely change the engagement culture on social. I am looking forward to this update. I think they're slowly turning it out and like playing around with it, but I kind of want it to be here for good because sometimes I read Facebook comments and I'm like, you suck, or oh my God, yes, queen, and I want to like their comment. So I like this update. Vibes, Meta's new AI generated short form video feed, is expanding to Europe. Meta is making a clear push towards that AI first entertainment. Blech. And speaking of AI, all generated videos will now have an invisible watermark for transparency. I love this. I love this. I love this. I love this. It's meant to stop deceptive content, but we're going to see how it plays out. I know that I am seeing way too many AI content creators right now that are taking jobs from me with their little fake AI twin. I just can't get behind it. I can't. And like, I just can't. Like, I will spend so much time on a video or a reel or something. And then this little one over here wants to just put out an AI twin and tell me that they're making millions of dollars through AI, blah, 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 which I don't even believe that stuff. But I don't know if you're a fan of these AI twins, but I can't get behind them. I love AI, but I don't like how we are able to recreate people. It's just, it gets messy. All right, on the Instagram side, there's a new ability to manage your highlights directly from Meta Business Suite. So this is kind of cool for your Instagram profile, the little story highlights at the top. Huge time saver for social media managers, I will say that, because typically when you update this, you have to be inside of the Instagram app. So to be able to get this from Meta Business Suite is really cool and fun. And then for the creators, the Edits app just got major updates, color correction, caption animations, a new video effect that's starting to rival CapCut, which I already kind of thought that Edits was rivaling CapCut. But basically, they want to be your one-stop editing shop, and I like that. My take on all of this is all a part of Meta's bigger play to keep creators in their ecosystem. They don't want you editing in CapCut or planning in Notion. They want you creating and scheduling and monetizing without ever leaving Meta. So if you're building a brand, this is time to kind of lean in, not out. Use their tools, test their features, post reels natively. The algorithm does reward it. And the update that I'm personally most excited about, you can now share your algorithm description, meaning what your audience sees as your personalized Instagram recommendation type. It's like a small thing, but it's another move towards transparency, which I love. So make sure you check that out. You can share your algorithm description. And then TikTok, shifting gears. TikTok just announced its first ever US Creator Awards, which, if we're reading between the lines, probably means progress is happening on the whole TikTok ban drama. They've also released a new feature called Bulletin Boards, and that helps creators update their most engaged followers in real time. So think of it like a VIP list or a pinned announcement board. I kind of think of like Instagram's broadcast channels, probably something similar to that. And then finally, you can now search trending or hot sounds by country. So this is huge if you run a local business or a regional brand. Like, for example, if you're a realtor in Tampa or a boutique in Austin, you can now find your market's sounds, not just global ones. That's a huge win for local strategy. And then we have YouTube. They're splitting analytics into paid versus organic reach. So if you run ads or post videos, you can finally see what's converting organically versus what's paid. They're also investing big into talk shows and creator-led interview formats. So I think that's kind of cool. The not so fun news, though, is that they've removed the X to close ads on mobile. So, yes, those forced 5 seconds of watching are here to stay. My friends, they're here to stay. And then, trend of the week, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? It's back. This music is back. So you've probably seen it. It's like the dramatic music from the show Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, the question on the screen, and then 4 hilarious wrong multiple choice decisions. So maybe it's like you ask it a question and then all 4 of your answers are wrong or crazy or unhinged. And it's just kind of funny and relatable. And we all know relatable content gets the shares. So make sure you find that audio. Again, you can just go to the app and type in the search bar, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? And I'm sure you'll find some videos, or it'll even pop up like audios with that search term. And then you can click it right there. And that is all my updates for this week. I hope you enjoyed the weekly scroll and that you will come see us inside of Club Influence, because you don't have to listen to a podcast episode. You can actually get the trends sent to you straight to your email so that you can start working on viral content ideas, reels, Canva templates for you for carousels, which are popping off still on Instagram. We will see you inside. Click the link in the show notes to join us in Club Influence, and I will see you next week.